So I just made some changes with my placement of the camera and such. And if you can't see me for some reason, like on the floor or my hands in the air, just, you know, drop a note if you are so inclined. Otherwise, we'll get started. So if you need to just squeeze those shoulders up toward your ears and just let them roll down. Another big squeeze here and big exhale, let them go. Take any other movements you need, and the seated position is very optional for you, just whatever is comfortable. Just so you can sit comfortably with that nice posture, the pelvic tilt. So just close your eyes as you scan your body today, see how you're feeling right at this moment. This is a moment we're taking care of ourselves here with our yoga practice, so just setting aside the rest of your day. All those to-do lists and all that busyness, whether in your life or in the world in general, just let all of that go for now. Take yourself to the present moment. We do that by taking our focus more toward the breath, and that's our vehicle through our practice. So nice steady inhales and exhales. Whatever's comfortable for you right today, and pay attention to yourself and your practice. If you have any areas that need special attention, be sure and honor those needs. It's your practice. At any time you need to switch your legs, go ahead and switch your leg cross if you're sitting cross-legged. Just to carry it on through, we'll just begin our arm movements with our breath here. So arms out to the side, palms up, and just take them up to about shoulder height. Exhale. Bend at the elbows, let those palms float down. Just repeat it a few more times. So nice slow inhale. Nice long exhale. Maybe you'll let it go longer than your inhale as you progress here. Final here. Take those arms up, take them down. Big exhale through your mouth. Maybe bigger movement, arms overhead. And big exhale. All right, so I'm going to move whatever's under my seat here, which is my blanket. Take yourself back to child's pose. It's hard to tell, but I hope I'm being seen here. I feel like I'm so far away. So child's pose, you're lowering your hips towards your heels. You're just going to rock out your hips a little bit. You don't need to take it really deep. It's better for your knees. Keep it higher up. And you can even be up on your hands a little bit. Shake it out. So one hand to one side of your mat, just take one side over, maybe stack those hands and just have a nice easy lateral stretch. So the body is still parallel with the floor, so no rolling up or away. To the other side, just take it nice and easy here. So just waking up some things. Lower your head toward the floor. It doesn't have to go all the way down at this point. Inhale, come to center and just go ahead and rise up to all fours. So the joints are stacked here. And take an exhale into cat pose, broadening the shoulder blades. Inhaling into cow and broadening those collarbones. So thinking about focusing on the chest area rather than just finding as big a drop in your lumbar spine. That's the most flexible part of your body. All right, take a shake side to side now. Bigger movement here, wagging the tail. Take it back to child's pose. Go ahead and rest your hands along your sides now and roll out your wrists here. Maybe shake out your head or turn your head from side to side. So circle the other way if you're doing that. If you can, maybe clasp your hands behind you and get that a little bit more of a stretch. So the opposite stretch of what we were just doing for our wrists. Long reach with your arms, extended child's pose. Inhale, come up to kneeling plank. And exhale, take it back. So a little flow here. Maybe a little push up here. Let's lower all the way down to the mat. Take a locust pose. So forehead maybe rests on the mat or feet are touching, arms are reaching back, and we're going to lift both ends of our body. Long spine, long neck just follows your spine. Exhale, go ahead and lower down. Gonna shake things out. And then hands to the mat, push back to your child's pose. Maybe here, take a stretch of the soles of your feet. So have your toes curled. Inhale, come back to all fours. Let's take spinal balance here. So strengthening, reaching one leg out, opposite arm and leg. Take it down and reaching out again. Take it down. In exercise classes, I think they call this a bird dog pose. So you get the idea. Take it down. Let's take thread the needle here. Just one arm comes up and underneath. Maybe that other hand rests on the floor or on your hip for a little bit bigger twist maybe here. And then the hand come back to the mat. Both hands come down to the mat. Thread the other side. Take those options here. Maybe your black head is resting on a block here as well. And float back up, all fours. Shake things out a little bit. I'm going to kickstand one leg. Weight goes onto one hand, either onto a block or onto the floor under my shoulder, and maybe push through my heel as I lift my leg there for this side plank, modified side plank. Options with the arms, of course, but we'll find strength here in this first pass. Exhale, I'm just going to switch sides. So kickstanding my leg the other way. Back will be to you. Take the option of lifting that leg for strength. Strength through your shoulder as well as those hips, those legs. Nice big breath. And exhale. Take it down. Take it back to child's pose for a moment. Lock on all fours, curl those toes. You can lift here from all fours and just lifting right here from all fours, just a few inches with your knees. Find the strength here. Find a lot of strength, like a plank kind of a strength. From here, you can drop to your knees, go back child's pose just to rest, give your arms a break. Or you can push it up to downward facing dog. So just take your time here, kind of walk the dog, soft knees. And right from here, you can experiment legs straight or knees nicely bent as you walk forward, step forward, hands between your knees. Exhale, just melt into this forward bend here. Just rock side to side a little bit. Unless this is just too much for your back, just squat up to standing. Take a half lift now. Maybe lengthen those legs out and lengthen your spine out. Long reach. Exhale, hands to your hips, belly's engaged as you come on up to standing, arms come overhead, and then hands come down to your heart. Go ahead and step to the center. We'll just do a balancing pose here. Gonna touch base so I don't lose you here. Go ahead and do tree pose this morning. So from the hard floor or from your mat or from wherever you are, you can be close to a wall. Let's find your version here of tree pose. So that leg is externally rotated. You can even take it higher, up into your thigh. Some days this works for me pretty good. But you can also have your toes on the floor. You're steady, just find some other movement here for your arms or placement of your arms. The more you move, the more challenge there is, of course. So find that focus and then go ahead and step out of there. Shake things out, go to the other side. You can match up what you did. Or if one side is just needing more care, just pay attention to that as well. Nice full deep breaths. As you feel yourself kind of wiggle, and that's totally normal. Your body's adjusting to this weight on one leg. And as you're ready, kind of just step out, shake it out. Just to twirl those hips a couple times here, twirl them the other way, and just have your feet about hips distance. And then we'll go ahead and just twirl at our knees, two knees together. And maybe even roll out the whole leg now, toes on the mat, just kind of circle that ankle and that whole leg. And then go to the other side. All right. I want to take it back to the floor and do some floor stuff. So arms out and up. With our mountain pose, maybe they'll touch those hands overhead. Exhale. Take it into a forward bend. Whatever your version, soft knees, take a half lift. And take it down, touch down. Go ahead and step back. Both legs. Take it to downward dog. You can take it to all fours, of course. And then inhale, maybe just try coming into a plank here. We'll just take a full plank. And then coming down to our knees. You can weight out those hands, finding a seat. Now legs come forward. Now knees can be soft here. You can also sit on that blanket like I had earlier. Take those arms out and up now. So maybe soft knees or take your strap. But this is just a nice, easy kind of draping yourself over your thighs. Maybe your legs will straighten out, maybe not. No big goal of where to reach. Go ahead and walk back up now. Let's take those legs a little wider. And actually, yeah, from here you can take them wide. Just sit nice and tall here. Maybe lift those hips up. You can take it as wide as feels good. Those feet are flexed. Maybe walk forward just a smidge. And then I'm just going to take it back to a not quite so full stretch out. I do have sacroiliac issues. So one knee is going to be bent and taken into my leg. I can prop here if, if that feels good. From right here, take a little twist. And don't let your head be just static. If your head needs to move, please move it in any way you need. Come back to center. Here we are. We're draped over our front leg and we're just going to walk forward. Maybe our hands reach our foot. Maybe we have a strap around our foot. Again, we still have that pelvic tilt. In our head to knee pose. Go ahead and walk up. Right here, we're going to take a little break. Take our feet to the mat. Our hands are behind us. And we're going to lift up. So, reverse tabletop. So think of having a cup of tea on your belly. Try to reach up, stretch up as much as you can. Fingers can be turned out in a different direction or back as well. One more breath here. And we're going to take it down. Okay, other leg stretches out. My knee is bent on this side. Kind of roll out your wrists here if you need to. Kind of shake things out. Take that turn to the other side. Over your knee here, your bent knee. and float it around. Okay, we've got our leg in front of us, our foot is flexed, we're gonna walk forward into this head to the knee pose. And there's really no goal here as far as reaching your toes. It's that alignment we're looking for. And then once you're in that alignment and have a pelvic tilt, you can relax here into this pose. And bring yourself back up. We'll find that reverse tabletop again. So hands to the mat. They can be turned behind, just, you know, like this instead, or out to the sides. So whatever works for your arms, and lift your hips up into that nice tabletop again. And go ahead and exhale, take it down. Okay, gonna work on our shoulders a bit here, our arms. So I'm gonna sit on a blanket, a little bit of height here. And what I'm gonna offer today is Caliphate's legs. So Caliphate's legs is stacking your knees on top of each other. So coming up onto your knees here and getting your knees aligned this way, and then sitting back and maybe sitting on something, and your feet are going to be out to the sides. They can be bent and heels drawn in. So see how that feels. If this is not workable for you, just take either sit on your knees in hero's pose or a seated cross-legged. So easy seat. We're going to do something with our arms here. We're going to take a reach out and give ourselves a hug. Reach out and give ourselves a hug the other way. Crisscross the arms the other way. Now, next time you can keep it that way, or if you can hook your elbows here, kind of cross your elbows and take your arms up in front of you for eagle arms. So the backs of the palms can be together, or your palms can be touching if you can reach around there. No big deal on what you can do. Make it work for you. Elbows come down maybe, and then lift up. And then maybe just explore here of places that might be tugging your shoulders or your hips, or might feel good just to stay still. One more breath here. And then go ahead and release those arms, release those legs. Kind of shake them out. Maybe take your knees from side to side here. Little windshield wiper. And then the other side. So stacking the knees the other way, or the legs. So again, I'm coming up on my knees here. Knees are aligned, my thighs are together, and then I can sit back on that blanket or a little bit higher something, maybe a bigger cushion. Let your knees rest down. You could also put something under here, I would say. And the heels can just come closer to your hips. And then we're going to crisscross the other way. So I believe just take your other arm up, crisscross. If you can grab those elbows, arms in front of you, forearms, either palms, the back of the palms, or touching the palms. This side's a little tighter for me, so I'm going to keep the back of the palms that way, and maybe just do that exploration here with eagle pose. So this is a really nice way to open up the upper back and the shoulders, that area between your shoulder blades. If you're still in eagle pose, maybe just draw those elbows down. Maybe give your knees a squeeze, your hips a squeeze. Then inhale, come on up out of it. Kind of release those arms, shake things out. And it'll be time to make our way down to our spine. So I think we might go through, I'm just going to do this one more time. I lost the video the other day. So let's just kind of have a seat in the middle of the mat. Our toes are touching, our knees are bent. Just lift our legs up for a little boat pose. So hands can just rest behind your thighs or on the floor behind, or they can reach out. And then go ahead and come out of it, put your feet together. Maybe come into a little supine or seated cobbler's pose and draw your heart forward. And then exhale, let's come into that boat pose again. And then just roll on down to the floor. Knees towards your chest here. This is where you can massage your spine, massage that lower back. And from here, we just got a couple more minutes. So you can take some kind of a supine twist or supine pigeon if that works for you. If you need that, maybe particularly. I'm going to cross my legs here, right over left. I'm just going to drop my knees to the side. And just explore how that works. Maybe put a block under that knee. Maybe look the opposite way now over your shoulder. Take a spinal twist that works for you. This is just a different option. I don't know that I've ever done this. So find ease in the pose here. Next exhale, kind of just come back up to center. Shake things out, uncross your legs, and then just do this crisscross. If you're going to do the same one I do, drop the knees the other way. So my left leg is on top of the right. Just let them fall down where they will. And I'm just going to show that you can place a block right under those knees there if you need to. So be able to ease into this and not have to hold tension. But, allow that breath to move. Next exhale, let your legs come up to center. Go ahead and put your feet to the mat. Go ahead and lift your hips here and shake it up. So you can have a supported bridge here. Just as we ease into Shavasana or have a happy baby maybe. This is where the soles of your feet are going up to the sky. Hands can be behind your thighs or holding the sides of your feet. And those knees are kind of going along toward your side ribs. You can rock it out here. Or you can take an inversion here. Legs up the wall, or legs up in the air just with your balancing on that block again under your sacrum. I'm going to ease into just supine cobblers. I just find this a nice transition. You can take your feet down farther for a larger diamond. Have that opening in your inner thighs. As you're ready for your final pose, just get there, let things relax. Feet open wide, maybe, as you extend your legs. Let your body be heavy and just melt into the mat. Let your body soften. Take that tension out of your jaw. Just make space between your teeth. Just notice how you're feeling today after the practice. Your body absorb the benefits of the practice. Just go ahead and wiggle your fingers and toes. Find a little circle for them, and then reach one arm up overhead. And the other arm. Nice big breath. All the way through those fingers. All the way through those toes as you point your toes. Nice big breath and hold it, hold it, hold it. And big exhale. Let everything flow down. Take your time coming to seated. Use your hand to push you up. Let your head be the last thing that comes up. Just find yourself in a comfortable seat, and we'll just take our namaste hands, our peace seal. Pressing those palms together, just taking them up to our forehead, maybe taking a little bow here. Give yourself a pat on the back, and big thank you for taking care of yourself today. Have a great day.